afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jandera. I'm Geraldine. Sorry, I'm looking a bit scruffy. We've had some sad news and it's good news. So it's actually, no, it's good news. I've just given some of my Rhode Island Reds away because we were not able to look after them. We just had too many of them. So a lovely lady from around the corner, Rose, has come and her husband have come and picked up 5 of the Rhode Island Reds and their rooster. I do still have a rooster left, a couple of roosters left, so I need to decide what I'm doing with them and pick a good one. But I now only have 2 Rhode Island Red hens, which is a bit sad, but it's okay. The girls are a little bit sad over there. They've had most of their friends taken away, but hopefully now we'll be able to keep up to the food and the water for them. So they've got their water there. Matthew's filled them up and given them some food. Jonathan wasn't able to get in there because the rooster was being a bit nasty. So I'm really, really grateful that the Rhode Island Reds I had have now gone to a nice home. And they were the hens that I hatched just before I broke my leg, which I'm still wandering around with a walking stick and not much use still. Very shaky on my legs. Oh, another thing I'll give you an update on. Oh, Anita from Happy Days Farm came over a couple of weeks ago and she planted out, she cleaned up this garden. We dug up some sweet potato and all sorts of things, and I had one cassava plant that had fallen over and we chopped it up and it's actually coming up now. Look at that. So excited. So that's actually going to be cassava or tapioca. And there's a Jonathan. Had to say hello. So yeah, really happy that cassava is coming up. It's a really good root crop. See, I don't actually know how to do anything with it yet, but eventually I will. But you use it to make tapioca. So tapioca is cassava. So you can make flour out of it. You can make all sorts of things. So really, really excited that that's coming up. So thank you, Anita from Happy Days Farm. You've done a fantastic job, and it looks like most of them have come up. And of course the comfrey's coming back beautifully as well. So really pleased about that. My Queensland spinach is not doing so well. I'm not sure what its problem is, but I'm also not too worried.
So tall.
Look at the elderberries though. The elderberries are just doing phenomenally. There are flowers.
It's growing so tall.
Yes, the Queensland spinach is growing very tall. The elderberries are just doing amazingly. Sorry, I have a fly on my arm. They're doing really, really well are the elderberries. I think I've got a pawpaw that's growing up there still. I thought it had actually died. It's fallen over. It's not supposed to be over there. It's supposed to be standing up here. And my moringa tree is still alive. Miracle of miracles. I think that moringa may have fallen over. I don't know. And I'm not going to try and get in there. That ground is too unstable. But that elderberry is doing fantastically. I'm expecting lots of fruit on it soon. And of course I can't get out here and mow now because one of the wheels on the ride-on mower keeps going down flat, so no more mowing for me anyway. But check out that elderberry. I think there are 2 elderberries there. No, it's actually 2. And of course Jonathan loves nibbling on nasturtiums. Of course the bunya nut keeps falling over and I've given up on trying to prop it up. The passion fruit's still going up the tree, so it's still doing okay. I suspect the mulberry that I planted in there may have died, but it looks like the comfrey's okay. But I can't get in there, and I'm not going to risk it. It's just not worth it. But check out that elderberry. There are 2 elderberry plants here. And it is just going to be absolutely loaded with berries in the not too distant future. Check it out. Lots of different flowers in different stages of growth. Now they're just flowers at the moment, Jonathan. So lots of different berries at different stages of development. They're flowers forming, buddy. Looks like my gerberas that I had planted there have died, but that's okay. I mean, they've got no sun. I'm not even remotely surprised.
And here's the roof.
So these are the roosters, which clearly Jonathan's not going to be able to feed. But
They have lots of
they do
grass.
have food still, so, and they've got lots of grass and all sorts of things. So there's 3 roosters in there. So I can pick a rooster out of there to put with my 2 girls, because they're not related, which is wonderful. Grass is just totally overgrown.
And there's a rooster with those 2 girls. I can't feed those.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to put them back into one of the mobile coops before we put a rooster with them, because that way you can still feed them without getting too much. Now, I want to show you something that's happening over there with the bananas. I'm just going to need to concentrate to get over there because that ground is quite uneven. Get out! I think this is a Cavendish. It is flowering. We've got bananas forming. I am so super excited to see that the flowers the bananas starting to form on the flower. So it'll be a long time before they're able to be eaten.
Yeah.
And honestly, all of these pups, these baby bananas trees that are under here, they should all have been moved. Maximum there should be 2 pups for each banana. That's actually a dwarf banana tree, so it's not going to get much bigger than that. But yes, all of those pups, except for 2, and there's probably about 6 of them there. We could have spread those out and actually created a full banana circle here, but we haven't. So, and Gavin's just taken down the shade structure that was over the aquaponics, because we're hoping to have a bobcat here as part of the church working bee this weekend. I think it's this weekend. The working bee itself's not this weekend, but the bobcat's coming early, and hopefully going to help clean up all of this stuff and direct water away from the house. At least that's the hope.
Both on a Sunday.
So yeah, the full working bee is actually going to be on the 27th of this month, and hopefully we don't get flooded in again. But yes, but there's something else I want to show you, and I'm going to have to be really careful because this concrete here is still quite damp, although it's drying out a lot. It has dried out a huge amount actually, but there is some moss at the other end, and I'm going to have to be very careful when I walk around it. Oh, I should show you how the boys aquaponics going. Not that we've been paying much attention to it, although Jonathan's been feeding them. It's a bit sad out here.
Our fish are getting really big.
The fish are growing. Jonathan's been feeding them. This pumpkin vine is a volunteer and it's kind of taking over a little bit. Most of my plants in the pots have died.
They're getting really
The fish are getting really big, are they? We don't have that many fish. These are the fish that survived us not being here. So they weren't really looked after.
I can't really lift it without letting it fall.
You can't lift it without letting it fall. Do you want to go get some food for them?
Alright, second.
Okay, I'm sure they're not going to complain about getting extra feed. I don't know if we'll be able to see them. They're probably hiding over there somewhere. But I won't worry about them. They've been fed. But looks like my celery's going to seed. My plantains definitely gone to seed. All the strawberries we planted died in there. But there were multiple different problems and what caused that. I do have a strawberry pot here that's doing okay. My comfrey's doing really well, but my irises have all died. The blueberry that I planted a few months ago is starting to have a few berries on it, which is lovely. But either way, the plant's still alive. Not really. So my comfrey is doing fantastically, and I probably should chop it back, but the irises have died. Most of those strawberry plants have died. I do. Oh, one of the frogs! I do have one of my avocados is still alive. Looks like one of my moringas is still alive. The lavender's doing okay. This has been I don't know. I do have a lemon tree that I grew from a seed. Macadamia nut is still okay. Pawpaws that I grew from seed. Oh, I think a bird may have just pooped on me. My rosemary is doing okay. My lavender is doing okay.
Look,
My daffodil flowers are not.
Robert,
Yes,
Robert.
Robert from Homestead Aquarius. So there's my comfrey, and there's a pigeon pea in there that's doing okay. I should have a whole heap of seeds soon to be able to propagate that. Look at that.
I really want a
Pigeon pea. Well, I don't know if we've got any. Pigeon pea are a fantastic nitrogen fixer and a really good pioneering plant. Oh, you know what? I think maybe I've got a pot in here with raspberries and it's still alive. I mean, it's not doing great, but it's not dead. How exciting. The other raspberry has probably... No, it's not dead either. So there's the other raspberry. It's not dead. It's not doing great, but it's not dead.
Mama,
I really need to be careful.
Pigeon peas.
No, they're not pigeon peas, buddy. That's comfrey. So that's the comfrey flowering. These are the pigeon peas.
Any of them?
No, they're not ready to eat. I don't really know how to eat pigeon peas. I need to investigate that one. But generally I grow the pigeon peas. I was growing it for fodder for the goats and for mulch. And it's a nitrogen fixer. But you can eat it as well. Sorry, I'm still not doing all that well. I've got a Monstera Delicio there.
Oh, yeah.
And that is actually canna lily. Not a great spot for a canna lily plant to grow. But at least I've got some plant there so that I can propagate it.
Let's go check if that.
It's another Monstera Delicio. Down here's not doing well. It desperately needs attention. That's actually a ginger that's come up. I should get it planted, but I don't know where to plant it because I don't have the aquaponics at the moment. And I think that's, I'm not sure if that's a Sambang Noah or whether it's longevity spinach. But a lot of my plants along here have not done well at all. The ginger's here in this pot here, Jonathan. Just here. Not that one, the pot next to it. Yeah, that's the ginger. And I got a couple of pineapple over there, but I'll show you the other end of this bed. So over the other end of that same bed, I've got my lemongrass is really desperately needing to be cut back. The Monstera Delicio is still doing its thing. The Queensland spinach is not doing too bad. That is a Leukina, and I don't really want that Leukina there. My citronella is going nuts. I got a pigeon pea over there and a heap of comfrey. So that's basically...
What's that grass called again that you're growing?
That's lemongrass, and it really needs to be cut back.
And it's really not...
It's ridiculously overgrown. It's just gone rust. It's just old. It needs to be cut back. It needs some attention, and I can't give it to it. I've got other things that are more important that need my attention. So yeah, but that pigeon pea has got heaps and heaps of pigeon peas on it. But let's go check out the grapes. I want to show you what's happening with the grapes. So I showed you a couple of days ago, oh, probably nearly a week ago now, how the boys and Gavin were cleaning up around here. They did do a really good job. It still needs a lot more work.
And shoveling.
Yes, Jonathan did some raking and shoveling. But all of this is done, so it's still a fair bit of mulch on it from when I did it back 9 months ago or whatever it was. And I thought there were some grapes on here and I can't see them now. I know I lost a heap of them by taking off when we lost that branch.
Some.
Here's some grapes.
There.
Yes, got to move your finger out of the road. So there are some lovely grapes starting to form there, and there's some more in there. Yep, there they are. You can see them. So I'm really, really excited about the grapes starting to form. There's some more over here. Oh, it's not as much as I would have liked, but hey, it's better than nothing. I'm really pleased. We haven't had any previous years, and this is the second year we've been here. So really pleased with that. And of course that's Jonathan and Matthew's chickens over there. And all the gravel from the aquaponics. No idea what we're going to do with that. But yeah, really, really pleased with the grapevine's progress and that it's gotten all cleared out. It really needs more attention, but I just can't do it. And there's other things that I need to focus on that are more important at the moment. Namely, educating that one and his brother. I'm just trying to figure out how to walk. Anyway, you have a great day. I need to get off these feet. I've been on them way too much today and my legs are shaking like a leaf. Well, so, remember, you're either
green and grind or ripe and rotty.
You got it, buddy. I'll catch you in the comment section. Bless you, and I hope you're all well and are not getting sick all the time like we are. Bless you. Have a great day.
Bye.